Howdy, all of you delicious people. We're here again to do another episode, Movie Director Simulator. Really, we are just kind of here, and hopefully we can be able to make some more progress, make some more movies, and make some more good times. Anyways, freaking I've just been, cranking out, and without a doubt, we are yet another milestone deep within ourselves. 355 people all chimed in and wanted to subscribe to the channel. So, really on this day, since most of the stuff that I did was pre-recorded, I'm gonna have to figure out a way, probably say, hey, thanks again, because I've been seeing these, in 24-hour intervals, and just be like, hey, thanks for this number. Like, really, at the end of the day, this is great, and I could not have thought that I could have, been a person that's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do so well at this that it's just gonna just go so well and what have you. But let's get some contracts out of the way. But anyways, one thing to let you guys know that down below there's going to be a link in the channel. If you guys want to donate $1 or a dime, you can donate any time. Let's choose a Western. I don't think I've really done a Western, so let's go with that. Let's do a Western. See what all that Western's about. I think it was 18 plus, if I'm not mistaken. Contract. Yeah, 18 plus. Okay, good. 18 plus. 18 plus. Alright. See about that Western. Yeah, I've never done a Western. And I know you're probably supposed to spread it out without a doubt to different kinds of contractual things, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to spread out the wealth and just kind of see what delivers. And have a good time just doing it. It's just, at the end of the day, I don't have enough money. Of course I don't have enough money. Who would be able to have the money that has the money that does things that they do? Alright, let's do the job first. I should check up on the school as well to see if I had to do another exam. Alright. School. Jellyfish have brains and blood vessels. True? Wrong. 200 people become millionaire. True? Wrong. Brazil took part in every world championship. True? Right. Moscow has more billionaires than any other country. False? About something of Martian meteors crash on planet Earth. True? Right. Decreased by 10. Oh, that's too bad. Who cares? I'm here for the movies, not the whatever. Choose the main character, a hero or a villain. Right away, you know what I'm probably gonna say. I want to be a villain. Choose the name. Bass. No, I think I've done that before. Oh, I think I did like Bastion Lolly or whatever before. Killian. Rawson. Duke. Rawson Duck. Rosso Duke. Rosso Duck. Rawson Duck. Duke. I want to be like, yeah, Rawson Duke. Killian Rawson Duke. What a name, Killian Rossenduke. All right. Character has been chosen. All right, we chose to find a pose. Business. I'm getting that business. All right. Let's skip to the next day. You found a homeless animal. Maybe you want to buy it some food. Why not? By spending $500, you made it happier. Why? Why? Write a script. It's terrible. I'm sorry. I don't like terrible scripts. Okay, this one's bad. Being a retired bandit, okay, no. No. Killian Rossenduke and the script is terrible. Rossenduke. Script is terrible. Why can't I find a good script? All of these are terrible. Maybe because it's westerns and I don't know. A businessman named Killian Rossenduke plans to build a railway. Man, I've heard this so many times. He buys up all the farms and lands that are located on the road for the construction. A young woman who recently lost her husband flatly refuses to sell her estate. The dealer, Killian Rossenduke, hires the best shooter to kill the widow. Oh my god, this movie sounds horrible. This movie sounds horrible. If that was a legitimate movie, God, whoever thought of that movie? If it was a legitimate, yeah, I took it from this idea, and God, all of these are terrible, terrible. In the Wild West, selling people through auctions was a common practice. And already I'm not liking this. I don't know. A businessman planned to build a railway. Yeah, that one's I think the one about killing the woman, which I don't want to do. Killian Rossenduke is a man vowed to deal with the sheriff of Kanoche. Kanoche? Which accidentally killed his brother. Killian Rossenduke, a conflictual and complex man whose racism and craving of revenge creates a much more complex moral problem. Uh, I don't know how that's gonna work out. Like there's not enough there um to form a movie title. It's very vague. Script is terrible. Man, Westerns just slapping it down with terrible scripts. In one of the cities in America, a known gang leader named Killian Rossenduke is detained. But even in the remaining gang of criminals, without the leader, keeps the entire district in terror. One of the city's farmers, a former war participant who lost his foot in the battle, agrees to transport the bandit to the railway station. He must be sent by train to prison, which is located on Fort Yuma. Yuma? Oh my god, is this 310 to Yuma? However, although the transportation was kept secret, it becomes obvious to the members of the gang, and a chase after the farmer begins. I think out of all of this, it's going to take much longer to find a good script, so I think this is probably the best we can possibly muster. But even the remaining gang of criminals without the leader keeps the entire district terror. Um, I'm trying to think of something that would. Who lost his foot in the battle? Agrees to transport the bandit in the railroad station. Uh. I don't know. There's not much I can do with that. There's not much to do with most of these. Um, there's not a lot of wiggle room to work with. Decided to settle down. Being a retired bandit, Killian Rawson Duke decided to settle down. He bought a small farm in Kansas, married, and had children. Peaceful life followed its course, and he liked it. But suddenly his wife died, and all his life went downhill. Once a gangster comes at the farm and proposes a deal that can correct his financial situation, one must track down and kill a sheriff. At first, Killian Rawson Duke stubbornly disagrees, but even the hopeless situation, he got down to business. He gets down to business. He gets down. I think I can work with this one. I'm just trying to, in my head, to think of um, what the title is going to be, though. I think the title is the toughest part. Dylan Bryan, Logan Lerman. I think I want to do Logan Lerman if he has a good, there's some good points on him. Anthony Richards, Thomas Mann, Adrian Brody, Ansel Elgert, Cam Cam Bigarde, El Fanning, Ansel Come on, give me something. Give me something good. Let's go with it. Let's just go with Anthony Richards. He's 63 years old, so it makes sense that he's a retired bandit. Side character is probably gonna have to be the woman. Mackenzie Foy. No, I want to go with something different for a western. I don't know. I'm not really finding what I want. Not really finding what I want. Give me what I want, game. Cast the right person, game. Oh no, I know. I think I saw. Vanessa Elsler. Sounds good. Sounds good. Everything is ready for filming. All right. Yeah, we filmed. Can I go to the next one? Finish the school. God dang it! I want to finish that school so I can get on to a new job, a new jobba, a new hobjobba. Can I just get a new hobjobba? Hot of jobs. Can you help me out, game? I'd like some hot jobba. Oh, all right. We collected the money. Now I'm gonna skip the next day. Oh, what? You couldn't let me film? You couldn't let me film, game. Uh, I'm still trying to muster in my head what the heck the title is gonna be dead. Um, cause yeah, it's just okay. Let's pause. Something or other. All right. Let's go with we have some money to spend. So let's go with soundtrack choice. We could go with some flyers finally. Let's go with some flyers. Movie title. A lot of westerns use the words of the West. A lot of times it's like it's either like gun is in the title or uh like bullets are in bullet some kind of bullet word is in the title. Um there's always some kind of gun something in there, or there's also just kind of like some kind of Western wordages in there to make you really yeah, this is like really a real Western. It'll always say like two dead at the saloon or or I shot the sheriff or which I don't think I'm gonna go with any of those kinds of things. Um I think a lot of that was speaking about a deal. Um uh Sheriff's death dealer. Ah, uh, two gun death deal. uh, uh, Somebody returning to kill a sheriff. Um, God, the badge collector, the sheriff unrespecter, God, I always remember like high noon. Um, the sheriff's doom at the saloon. uh, God, yeah. What technical Western words would make sense here? Um, Saddle up, sheriff. um, yeah, because the longer that we started to do all these westerns, the vaguer the titles would always get. Like 310 to Yuma and all the kind of random like high noons and and like I want to say almost like Sheriff Showdown or Sheriff maybe have the word like gunslinger in there. Um get gunslinged. Get gunslinged. No. God, all of these sounds horrible and I'm taking probably too long. Uh uh Saloon of Doom. Saloon of Doom. Uh the sheriff collector. The the Waco the Waco I don't know. The Waco I don't know. The horse assassin. The 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 horseshoe assassin. The head hunting assassin. The head hunting sheriff running down. God, oh, this is so hard. Um, The Double Dead Gunslinger. The Double Dead. Double Death. The Double Death. The Double Death. Double Death Horseback Gunslinger. Double Death. The Double Death. God, the Double Death. The Double Death Gunslinger. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Double Death Gunslinger. Evidently is what this is going to end up being called. The Duo Death. Duo. I don't know if that's right to spell duo. Duo double. Okay. Is double. Duo? Yeah, duo. Yeah, there we go. Duo Death Gunslinger. Yeah. I don't know where that was. I just, yeah. Man. That was rough. That was rough. Duo Death Gunslinger. And technically that pretty much works everything of what I'm doing, but it really kind of is kind of yellow on yellow a little bit. If I can go brown, because I do a lot of brown, but that's not what I wanted to do. This looks really cool. And then also, it doesn't actually 100% tie into, like, Western 100%. Where the other one, it kind of really does, like, really push it. Yeah, like, and it kind of makes Western seem kind of like all that stuff is said, it could still be done in like kind of a modernized, almost kind of setting, but like maybe like a Western future. Like, say for example, like if a post-apocalyptic thing happened, then we could ultimately like be back in the Western, but in the West, but still have certain gadgetry to this day, but it's still kind of in like a Western kind of thing. Begin renting. Oh no, it went bad. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought that thunk it? 17%. Well, I guess I fit my bill. The worst film of them all. To make a bad you make a bad producer of yourself. Well, I make a bad Western movie, evidently. Just a waste of time. The script is bad. Well, I didn't. 1,000! I've never seen that so high before. I probably have, but on this playthrough that I went back to, I've never seen 1,000 DVD sales. Everybody must really like some of that sweet, delicious Western. Man, it's too bad that it's frickin' westerns are extremely hard to frickin' do. Your reward for completing a contract is $120. Alright, what can be the next contracto? I don't want to do another western. I want to do something else, something of a different. Mooster? Come on, give me low. Drama. 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 Haven't I done drama a little often, though? Haven't I done drama a little tasty a little often? I think that was 16 plus, right? Let me know in the comments below. Drama. Oh yeah, I only did drama once. Kind of really. Well, I basically have covered everything at this point now. I really have. So I guess dipping back into some stuff, there's only so many ways you can hold them, and when to fold them, and when to walk away, and when to just stop singing a Kenny Rogers song. You know? You know what I'm saying, everybody? You know how I'm feeling? You know how a monkey gets farted out of the zoo? I don't know what I was going with there. The Last Mohicans, I guess. Through the Batman of a plane. What am I even saying at this point? 21,000 is what I'm saying at this point. Alright, so female, of course, because I think we've done enough with male characters. Now I have to think of a female name. For some reason, I want the name to start with U. Unissa? 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 Unissa. Driv. Unissa Driv. Unissa Drew. Unissa. Drawlins? Unissa Drawlins. Unissa Trollins. Unissa Trollins. Frolins? Nolans? Rollins? Unissa Tollins. Yeah, Unissa Tollins. What a bizarre freaking name, but you have started write a script. I have started write a script, and I love it. I do. Alright, But anyways, for people, I keep asking if you guys want to control maybe the next genre of films, if you guys want to control maybe the next hey, have more female characters, have more whatever. You can even put names down of characters that I can put down in the future, as long as they're somewhat respectable names. And then your results could be in any of the next movies. I keep asking, but it's, if anybody wants to put it down, like say, hey, I would like to see more of this genre of movie. If people love horror, if people love there's not any like spy or suspense kind of, I guess, thriller, but still, it's just and this script is terrible. This script tastes a little terrible. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Eunice Hollins is a wife of an American farmer and a mother of two. She comes from southern Italy, where her romantic dreams weren't determined to come true. Unexpectedly, her fate interferes with her tumultuous life. A meeting with Robert. Robert is a free photographer. He has been accused to live alone. But this meeting is changing his fate too. They passionately love and fall in love for this love, which they dreamed of all their lives of love. They only have 4 days. No. Just no. A life of a woman named Eunice Tollins. Eunice Tollins is in complete chaos. She comes to the tiny coastal town of Rodant in North Carolina to stop at the Friends Hotel for a weekend. Here she hopes to find peace. In Rodantha, Eunice Tollins gets to know a man named Paul Flanner, the only guest of the hotel. They start a romance during the weekend, which they will remember for the rest of their lives. That's... the what? Too vacant. I don't know what to call that movie. The main protagonist of the film, Eunice Tollins, lives with her aunt and her son, Cameron. Matured Eunice suddenly falls in love with her cousin. This secret becomes known to the villagers. However, along with this, it turns out that Cameron also loves her. What? The wedding is unexpectedly torn off by the news of Cameron's feeling affair in Europe. Leaves her father's house forever. That I don't think I don't know how to work with. I don't know how to work with that. I would have to just call it like a family to whatever. A family to torn family, torn apart by family. Ben and Eunice Tollins, survivors of the plane crash, must find a common language in order to survive in the extreme conditions of distant, snow-capped mountains. Is this kind of like the Liam Neeson movie, The Grey? When they realize that no one will come to their aid, they are forced to go on a dangerous path hundreds of kilometers long. And a struggle for life, an unexpected attraction between two strangers who only met yesterday arises. Oh man, actually there's probably a lot of interesting ways that I can go about this. There's a bunch of title ideas that I can probably come off of this with. So yeah, survivors of the plane crash must find a common language in order to, yeah, let's go with this because I think there's a lot to work with here for there's script things and there's also just, stuff that I can probably do differently than most things. And yeah, I guess when it comes down to it, with a survival thing. Like eventually these people have to put themselves aside and keep one another warm. So at the end of the day, they have to find any way to keep themselves warm. So yeah, let's try and find some warm names to come up with. Ellison Williams. Man, give me something. Give me something. Give me some of that. Give me some of that good stuff. None of that bad stuff. Give me the real true roll, the dice here. Come on. Give it to me. Foy, yeah. Foy. We're gonna foy this up. Uh what if I did both female? There's nothing wrong with that. Was the other character... It might be more interesting if it's two females. You don't know. You don't know. What if I did the exact... with two people that were twin sisters, and... that would be interesting. Mike Monroe, but it looks like a woman. Yeah, let's... yeah. It's okay if a woman has a kind of very masculine name. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Just have a masculine name. Just get all masculine all up in it. It's alright. Alright, let's look at Shul. The exam is starting. Venus has regular diamond rains. False? Right. Because I'm like, Venus doesn't have, like, rains. Our universe has less stars than there are grains of sand on every beach. There's less stars. False? Right. Alright. Human's left lung contains more air than the right one. Contains more air. I want to say true. Wrong? Of course they'd have the same, because... a giraffe has more neck bones than a human. Well... no, it probably has the same. It's just his neck is longer. So false? Right. It is. It really is. Heart attacks happen more often on Monday. False? How could... who would do the math on that? Hey, did you have a heart attack? Was it on Monday? No? Oh, that sucks. I was hoping it was on Monday. Man. You ruined my study. 316. Let's do the game of the Things of Thrones. But yeah, but yeah, I remember in the movie like Fight Club where they talk about like plane crashes and if you're like insured or whatever and you're on a business plane thing going and doing a business venture and you're on the plane stuff pays out way better than if you would normally or if you just go on a plane normally. You ran out of money on your phone. You transfer $1,000 to your mobile account. All right, 1,000 on that. I'm not spending that kind of money on that. No, I'm not even gonna. Movie title. God, for some reason I'm gonna use Crash in there. Because it seems like everything is colliding between these people. Like a plane colliding into the ground, these people trying to collab and collide one another with the difficulties of language, and then they also probably have to collide with one another to keep one another warm. Um, uh, God, mm, uh, I remember the movie Broken Arrow, where it's about a plane. That no broken. But they're also in a mountain, or they're also trying to like, or not a mountain. They're just supposed to survive in a cold environment. I guess the whole crashing part really isn't important. The important part is they're trying to both survive um in a cold environment. Survival. Survival. Uh hmm. Cold hearted crash. um Crash of the cold hearted. Uh I'm trying to circle around something. Uh collision collision of the cold hearted. Collision of the collision to the cold breathed. Collision of the cold breathing. Uh Cold hearted companions. Uh Something with rescue in it as well. God. Cold hearted castaways. Cold bodied castaways. Cold bodied castaways. Castaway has been done before. But it does sound really good. And if anything, if the whole Castaway thing is gonna make people think of the Tom Hanks movie. Uh Cold and yeah, like people think of the Castaway movie and how that was a plane crash and how these people survived. But then it's like, oh, it's cold. So maybe people will think that it's like the sequel to Castaway. So cold, yeah. And people like right away when you think of Castaway, you'll think, oh, plane crash and somebody surviving. Oh, okay. So cold. I'd rather have cold hearted than cold bodied. Cold hearted. Yeah, cold hearted castaways. I don't know, I shouldn't be pleased about that, but I am pleased about it for some strange reason. The first movie, I was drawing a complete blank, but this one, I feel a little bit better about it. Um, but God, what am I gonna? Ooh, I can. Since it's a snow environment, white would be the best way about going about doing this. I don't want to do another plane thing. I want to make it about like some kind of like. Please let there be some kind of survival thing. Oh, that almost. Mmm. Wanted, but nah. What if you find out that that one of the survivors is like a prison person, and it was on like one of those like normal planes, but like one person was a prisoner and one person was like just a normal Joe Schmo person. That would really change the movie. Because one person really doesn't want to go back to prison, so. I don't know. Come on. Give me something I could use. Cold hearted castaways. Ooh. That one's getting a little warmer. Little bit warmer. Come on, warming it up. Warm up. Give it to me. Give it. Gimme. Give me the give me the thing that'll that might work, but why would somebody have a map? That makes no sense. In any movie besides the Blair Witch Project, there's never really been much for maps. Uh hmm. It's kind of putting the whole mountain thing kind of on the nose a little bit. Dang it. Why is this so utterly and strangely and oh that two people in a snowy environment, even though it looks like more like they're dancing. That just just it almost works. It almost works. But it also looks goofy as heck. It looks goof as heck. I'm having such a hard problem trying to. There's nothing. There's nothing. Um. One person is just a flaming on person. I don't want to use a plane again. I just don't. God, God, why don't you have pictures for me, game? Uh, ooh, that could maybe work. Cold-hearted castaways. Ooh, cold-hearted. I don't like the pictures. It does not help. Uh, that could almost work. God, that's so vague though. That is the vaguest thing ever, but it's that and nothing. God, just I just know that I don't like that picture, but there's no other thing to do now. Because there's so many ones where it was kind of on the cusp, but at the end of the day, it was just ugh. I'm like forcing something to work. That I'm like forcing something to do what it needs to do. I don't like that. I don't like forcing a picture to just. You've met a friend and decided to go to a calf. Will you pay for both? No, you paid $1,000 for yourself. Ha 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 ha! I saved money somehow. Ha 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 ha! Your film called Cold Hearted Castaways is ready. Let's see what it got. Just horrible. I don't think the raindrop. Well, I guess it's like heartbreak. It's like heartbreak because you're just having to like work in a crazy environment with a person you can't understand, and you're just trying to just like, and everything wasn't what you hoped it would be. But quality was 16%. The audience will be disappointed. Technically, it okay. Let's figure out this logic. If this person is going to a movie theater, they're already with an audience of people, you're the what you're saying makes absolutely no sense. If you were to say, the audience that saw this with me was disappointed, then I'd understand that. A waste of money. Well, I guess I got your I got your thing coming in the mail. I guess you make a bad producer of yourself. Well, at the end of the day, I'm probably not exactly 100% the producer. I'm probably a whole bunch of other things. A waste of time. Survivor movies are hard to sell to everyone. So at the end of the day, a waste of money. Yeah, I guess if it's probably too slow or some other thing, then whatever. It's just still 1,000 DVD sales. Eventually down the line, it's probably going to become a cult classic because it's cold-hearted castaways. And 334 fans. And the reward of keeping a contract is 320. So I got a lot of stuff done. And I spent about an hour doing it. So I'm going to get out of here. Goodbye, everybody. Bye, everybody.